Hey, what's up? It's Comic95 the Savior, and for this video I will be talking about my 10 top favorite must-have items for summer in Japan. If you are not familiar already, obviously, summer in Japan is extremely, if you don't already know, extremely hot here. For lots of different reasons, combination of global warming, so it's getting warmer and warmer every year, even for Japanese people. And of course its location, the whole equator thing. Japan is an island. It's obviously going to be very hot, but not just any type of hot. Japan is extremely humid, especially during the summertime. So these items are things that you definitely want to have if you come from a cold climate like how I do, and or if you are someone that does not like summer like I don't like summer even in my home country. So most of these items, pretty much all of them, are really based around keeping you cool rather than items to be fashionable or anything else. These are items that I cannot live without during the summertime. I'm a black woman, and not to say that black people don't, because you most certainly should be using it, but yeah, this is not going to include things like sunscreen, because honestly I never wear sunscreen ever. It's not a need for me. Should I be doing it? Yes, because technically you still need protection from the sun, but we're not going to get all PC. I don't need your comments below like, oh my god, please wear sunscreen. I didn't ask you. So anyway, moving on, just want to get that out of the way. These are my 10 personal favorite items. So you may disagree. You might have 10 other items. You might not like some of the things that I mentioned. You might think of other things. That's great. But this is my opinion, my video, and things that I cannot live without during the summertime. So now that we've gotten that understood and out of the way, let's get into this video. Number 1. Uniqlo's Airism underclothing. So Uniqlo sells a variety of things. You can buy things such as bras, panties, and camisoles from them under their Airism line. They now even have t-shirts and I think even dresses too. Basically, this clothing is made out of this sort of like synthetic like material, a blend of, I guess, like, I don't know, spandex and polyester and cotton or whatever it's made out of. I don't know, but it definitely helps to keep you cool. It's almost like a satin-like feel that the items have. It's really great for people like me who sweat easily. It allows you to breathe. They also make masks, which are definitely relevant during the times that we're in right now. So yeah, I don't personally wear that or own one, so I can't speak on that, but everyone that I know that has one also loves their line of masks. They sold out instantly, but I think that more so has to do with the fact that Uniqlo is like Walmart here, so understandably anything that they sell and especially dealing with the pandemic situation, it's gonna sell out. So yeah, absolutely love their bras more than anything else. Those Airism bras are life. Best bralette I've ever bought in my entire life. So yeah, I speak very highly of that. I think that is a definite must-have item, especially if you happen to be a curvaceous woman. Of course, if you have small boobs, you'll definitely love their bras too, but their panties are also really nice too, and they are truly no-show. FYI ladies, if you're wondering why no-show panties are never truly no-show, it's probably because you're not buying panties that are thin enough and or satin. I've never bought a pair of cotton panties that were truly no-show, but I've definitely bought plenty of satin panties that where if you wear them with leggings, you literally cannot see that you're wearing underwear, and those panties are definitely a prime example of that. But Shimamura also sells panties like this too, but we're not talking about panties and leggings for this video. I just wanted to talk about the Airism line. So yeah, definitely buying underclothing from them, especially if you happen to be working at an eikaiwa that requires you to dress up, or as an ALT, you will definitely appreciate having this clothing because you'll still be expected to wear, not necessarily a tie, but kind of wear, more formal clothing, suit, tie type style stuff, or a business suit for women, etc. Or even if you're wearing like a blouse, etc. It's heavier than loose things like a t-shirt or, a sundress, etc. Which that's for later points in this video. But when you do have to wear those type of clothing, it stops, the sweat and stuff from seeping through your clothing and giving you that nasty, wet, stinky foreigner look that nobody wants to have. Number 2, no-show socks. I personally prefer the ones that are less than ankle socks. I don't know what they call those socks, but basically where it's literally like just enough to cover your toes, the heel of your foot, and the bottom of it, etc. And what the sole of your foot, or whatever they call that part. What do you call that? Oh my god, like I'm forgetting English. Back on subject. Yeah. those are definitely a must-have item in my opinion, because if you're wearing thick regular cotton socks, your feet are going to be hot and sweaty, which means they're going to stink when you take off your shoes. So having socks that are more breathable and that cover up less, you'll appreciate a lot more. You also need these if you're like me, you like to wear heels and they're flats during the summertime. So yeah, obviously wearing thick chunky socks or black tights, etc. aren't going to be a thing for you. So I highly suggest that you get some no-show socks. You'll forget that you're even wearing them, and they're super easy to just carry around inside of your bag should you be wearing sandals or something and need a pair of socks when you go to a restaurant, etc. So you're not putting your bare foot onto the floor or into guest shoes that have been cleaned probably never since that place opened. Number 3, a good pair of cool pantyhose. Now I personally like to use the brand Sabrina. Excuse me, I'm going to show you right here. This is my personal favorite brand. I like to use Sabrina, and I buy these in an extra large. I probably could go down a size, but I like to keep it like that. I've gained some weight. I've gone back and forth with my weight, and for me, I prefer, it's always better for everything to be bigger than smaller. And if you're a girl, you definitely know that if you buy pantyhose that are too small, it defeats the purpose in having them because you can't pull them all the way up. So yeah, back on subject, you really want to have pantyhose, especially if you're like me and your thighs rub together, because yeah, you will get chaffing and you'll get those nasty, disgusting rashes. TMI, I know guys, you don't want to hear, but I'm keeping it real. I've never had one in my life until I came to Japan, and I experienced my first one last year. And it was a nightmare, and I quickly learned, oh, this is why I need to wear pantyhose even if I'm confident with my legs. It's not a matter of whether you have beautiful legs or not, whether you shaven or not. It's literally a matter of keeping your legs from chaffing if you are a girl that has some chunky thighs like how I do. Now, if you don't have thunder thighs, you might be able to skip this. It's not necessarily a need for you, but you might also find that it, brings some cooling relief. It's really weird that they actually have pantyhose here that help cool you down. I do not know the science behind it, but it legitimately does work. I don't know how or why, but yeah, you might find that even if your legs don't touch, lucky you, which I'm not gonna get into body issues here. Personally, I'm fine with my legs rubbing together, but I know that a lot of girls, wish that theirs did not. When it comes to dresses and clothing, I wish mine did not for that reason, because yeah, it tears through jeans. And on top of that, like with pantyhose, makes it where you need to have them if you're going to be walking around in hot, humid weather, because you will get a skin rash. It will hurt like hell, and your legs will literally like stick together without pantyhose summer in Japan. So pantyhose are a definite need. You could buy other brands. 7-Eleven has their own. Atsugi is probably the most popular brand. I own theirs too, but I don't like theirs because they're more compression based and more about shaping you. The ones I have are shapewear too, but really those ones are like, they literally shape the crap out of you. They are uncomfortable. So that's just my opinion. You're free to have your own. I personally prefer Sabrina's brand over theirs. Number 4, an electronic rechargeable fan. Oh my god, this thing is a lifesaver. My boyfriend actually bought this for me last summer, and I have no idea how I survived in Japan without it. This is a iFan, a Shell iFan, and it has 4 different settings. And if I recall, the battery life on this thing is, I can't remember if it's 4 hours or 8 hours or whatever, but it has a low setting where it just stays on for a second, where it goes on and off. Then it has a regular low, there's a medium setting, and then there's the high setting. And this little thing, oh my god, it will cool you down in an instant. So I also like that it's not too loud either, and it's super easy to charge. It has, I don't know what you call the little USB port thingy, but I literally just plug it into my computer and charge it. You can plug it into the wall. It's super, super convenient, and it can cool down like, I don't know, 2 people at the same time. I highly suggest that you keep it charged because you never know how long you're going to be out. It works, it comes in handy if you're going on a camping trip or anything else. I would consider bringing more than one, but this thing is a lifesaver. It costs a little bit less than $30 if I recall, but it is definitely a great investment, and you don't need to buy batteries like a normal, battery based mini fan. This thing is strong, like a normal fan you'd have in your living room. Number 5, a sports drink. Now my personal favorite is Pocari Sweat, which of course there are other ones. I forget the other one, Aquarius or whatever. I also like theirs too. There's tons of other sports drinks that you can buy, but you definitely want to have one. You will feel tired, dizzy, lightheaded, and that is definitely when you are going to be in need of something a little bit more than just having water. So I highly suggest that you have a good sports drink over your summer here in Japan. You will definitely be able to easily find these at any convenience store, as well as at the thousands of vending machines all throughout Japan. Number 6, green tea. Again, another alternative to water is actually having some iced cold green tea. If I recall, I don't know whether it's true or not, but Japanese people believe this. Green tea actually helps to cool you down, and it does also help, has benefits where it helps with your skin and other things like that. I drink this green tea in particular religiously. I forget which brand this is. Keating? Yes, Keating. I drink this religiously year round. It's my favorite green tea in Japan, but you definitely want to have this during the summertime. For me, it is a must-have item. Again, an alternative to water. Of course, you definitely want to be drinking a lot of water, but this is just green tea, which is basically water with a tea bag inside of it. So yeah, same difference. Number 7, once again, another so-called water alternative. You want to have some ion water as well. Now, unlike regular water, again, you want to, replace all of the nutrients and vitamins, etc. that you lose through sweat. And this is definitely something that will help you with that, similar to a sports drink. This is also made by Pocari Sweat, so it's the same brand, but it's their own little, water. I forgot what they're called, electrolytes or whatever that you lose. Basically helps replenish and replace those. Honestly, it doesn't taste too flavorful. It almost tastes just like water. Like there's nothing special about it. Anyway, I'm not an expert water taster, so all I can say is that I do recommend that you have something to help you replace those nutrients, electrolytes, whatever you call it, that you lose. Number 8, cool summer dresses. So you want to have something that's made out of like a satiny, silky like material, like I forget how you say it, chiffon, however you pronounce it. I'm sorry, I'm butchering that word, but I never use it, so excuse me. I mean, I could have done my research before the video, but that's another story. Long story short, yeah, you want to have a dress like that, like the one that I'm wearing right now. I'm someone that sweats very easily, so I purposefully got this dress in black, but also have it in blue. You want to have something that is definitely lightweight and cool, and preferably that either has, a lot of space, like for your arm area, the short sleeve, so that your underarms don't get really hot. You don't want it to be tight and fitted right there. And again, like you want it to be like an open, free-ish like dress. I highly suggest that you get a maxi dress and not something that is short, so this way you don't have to worry about things like bending over or the wind suddenly blowing, etc. It'll take a lot more for your panties or something to show when you're on an escalator or waiting for the train and gushes by, and yeah, you don't want that type of embarrassing moment to happen. So yeah, personally, sundresses are a lifesaver here in Japan. Super easy, super simple. Who doesn't like wearing less clothing? Plus it's sexy, guys like it, your man's gonna like it. If you don't have a boyfriend, you'll find one. And of course, for your own self, you feel more comfortable, again, not wearing as much heavy clothing. So especially if you're someone that likes dark clothing, consider getting some little black sundresses. Super easy, wear the color that you like. It's slimming, it looks nice, and it'll keep you cool. Number 9, a lot of you foreigners need this: deodorant wipes. I highly suggest that everyone has these, whether you think you have a sweating problem or not. You need these bad boys. They will freshen you up. I personally recommend the AG brand and not this brand, Bior, however you're supposed to say that name, I should know. Anyway, yeah, I like this brand for makeup remover wipes, but it is not good for body wipes in my opinion. These are known as, I think, powder sheets in Japan. Yeah, powder sheets, body sheets, whatever you want to call them. They come in different scents, so you can find one that's flattering to you. They sell them for men too. They're unisex. Depending on the brand and kind that you buy, they're unisex, but honestly, who's gonna know, who's gonna care, as long as you don't stink. You can easily take these, go to a bathroom, and freshen up. They are extremely strong. One sheet goes a long way. It's like you literally just need one sheet for both pits. I've honestly had my moments where I had to just go to the bathroom and freshen up because I was sweating and stanking, and it does happen. So yeah. However, of course, I personally also buy legitimate, like real deodorant, like antiperspirant. I highly suggest that you get one of those if you're someone that sweats easily or that sweats a lot. You might think that you don't stink and you might be trying to blend in with the Japanese people, but that is not a good idea. You smell bad, and while you're trying to assimilate and look like everybody else, you stink, and that's not helping you. So of course, I will be honest, I don't wear deodorant as much as I used to. I pretty much just only wear like if it's really, really hot and I need it. So you can roll back on the deodorant, no pun intended, but you definitely don't want to go cold turkey and just stop wearing it suddenly, especially if you're someone that, wears heavy clothing, if you're a heavy person, and or if you're very active and going to be doing a lot of walking, bike riding, whatever type stuff. So yeah, deodorant wipes, body sheets, powder sheets, whatever, they're a lifesaver and definitely a must-have item for summer in Japan. And last but not least, number 10, you want to have a travel-sized UV umbrella to protect you from the sun. Now, I did say that I don't use sunscreen, but honestly, the sun here is so ridiculously hot and close to Japan. I swear it's closer here than anywhere else on Earth. I have legitimately felt the sun burning my back while wearing a sheer top. So I do recommend that you do invest in buying yourself a UV travel-sized umbrella. This will help you when it suddenly rains, as long as it's not too heavy, as well as of course, protect you from the sun. Now, as a black woman, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna get off subject, but I don't normally use an umbrella here when it's just sunny because it looks stupid. I mean, I'm a little too late to be protected from the sun for the reasons that Asians are doing it. However, for my own personal needs, the sun does sometimes get too hot even for me, and I do need to use an umbrella. So this is more so advice for those of you that are Asian and white, like the majority of my subscribers are. You definitely are going to want to have a UV umbrella and of course some sunscreen. But do keep in mind that I'm talking about myself, and for me, I just use the umbrella. I don't use this religiously, only if it gets really, really hot. This is mainly in my bag to help me for those times where it just suddenly rains and I'm caught without an umbrella, which you should be carrying a travel-sized poncho as well. But that's another story. I'm an overpacker, just telling you what I need, my must-have items. So that is that for this video. That's it. Those are my 10 personal must-have items for the summertime. Mainly, if I have to go without everything else, the main 2 items that I absolutely have to have during the summertime is definitely my rechargeable fan and my body sheets. I don't like to stink. I don't like to be hot. Simple as that. So, of course, naturally, survival things, you're going to need water. But things like water, tea, etc., that's kind of a given. You can easily get anywhere. If you don't have a fan and these body sheets inside your bag, it's a little more complicated to find them. Of course, you can buy a fan at any Daiso, but those are not the same as my fan. That's a little more pricey. And of course, you can also buy these body sheets at a place like Daiso or the convenience store. But again, it might not be the specific kind that you want. I highly suggest that you buy these body sheets, by the way, at the pharmacy. They have a much larger selection where you can get the exact scent that you want. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Those are my 10 must-have items for summer. Please leave a comment down below what items that you personally cannot go without during the summertime. If this is your first summer here in Japan, please tell me what you've already bought, that you've bought yourself, that you're preparing for summer. If you're from a hot climate, it might not be anything special to you, but again, like, it's really, really humid here. It's not just hot. So for me, I don't like humidity and I don't like heat. Don't ask me why I'm in Japan. I'm here. But yeah, that's it. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and a comment down below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Comic95 and at me on Snapchat at Comic the Savior. I also have a Facebook page at Comic95 the Savior as well. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.